there to all my pro gamer friends. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be starting my brand new series here of my Sims guide for you all. This is going to be for all those who either are new or maybe need some additional help here in The Sims to make your gameplay experience even more better, and I hope that I am informational and can help your experience be a little bit more better here with The Sims 4. Now, to start off things, I always like to start off with character creation. Now, when you do start off here, you would be asked if you would like to create your story. Now, for an example wise, you can go through here and you can hit OK and it'll ask you questions and it'll kind of confirm there. But for those who are wanting to make your very own sim in the way that you want it, so let's go ahead and get started with the next step here. So I made my sim self here because this is just to show like a little example of what I'm going to be talking about next, which is having an idea about what you want your sim to be and to look like. So if you want to do your sim self, do the best you can on trying to make it yourself. Now, I can't say this is completely accurate of how I look, but I did the best I could, and I'm very pleased with it. I don't really, but this isn't about me. This is about you guys and your experience. So you can do that if you want to make your sim self, and if that's not your type of cup of tea, then look for an inspiration as far as maybe a celebrity or maybe a video game character that you are going to probably try your best to do with the limitations that you got, because I don't know if you guys have the base game or if you can afford DLCs or not, but if not, make it the best that you can. Now, aside from all that wise, for those, and guess for a little bit more information, because I feel like that was kind of a little bit of lackluster right there, but yeah, there's different things that you can do. You can do hairstyles, you can do pretty much whatever you want for your character. Now, one tip of advice that I will say too is that if you want your sim to be more straight up or to be, I guess, a little bit more taller, one thing I recommend is going to the back and just pulling up. I have already did this on my sim too, and it helps them have a little bit more better posture. So that is one way that you can improve it if you want your sim to have more of a better posture, I guess, as far as that wise. And then, of course, too, you have this slider here that can, change if you want your sim to be average, which I currently have mine, or you can make your sim, fatter, skinnier, masculine, not so masculine. I like to go with average because it lets me be able to see my growth if I decide I want my sim to get abs or not, or more. But it's completely up to you. And the only other thing I can say is that you have your accessory shoes and more. You can go crazy. Plus, I guess another tip too that I could throw in here for free for you all too is that when you are going through your styles and more, now, although these numbers won't show, they'll have like a plus thing, but you can make 5 tires for both your everyday wear, which is what your sim will normally will wear, your formal. So if you want to go to a party or just, whatever, your athletics, this is what you will change into when your sim is working out. Your sleepwear, obviously, as you can tell, that's what your sim will wear when they are going to bed. Party wear, you can swimwear, so if you want different types of style bathing suits or stuff like that, more than you go for that. And I guess the thing about that, you have your hot weather and cold weather outfits. And that is basically going to be it as far as creating your sim wise. And in the next episode, we will be going over traits. about traits, and then in the next one I'll be going over aspirations, and then the next one likes, dislikes, and more. And the only other thing too that I will say about as far as ASM wise is that also think of a name for your sim, and if you don't know exactly what name, you can always hit the randomize name button, have a randomized name until you think that name's good enough for it. Then, of course, you can set your pronouns and all that stuff to whatever, how you want your sim to walk, to represent your character or yourself, you know. Then you got your voices, and then, of course, too, you have your custom sim things, too, about if you want have, man or woman parts or whatever, you do you. You have your sexual orientations about what you're interested in. You can see here mine. So I'm straight, so I like women, so there it goes. And then, of course, you can set romantic boundaries. So so if you're doing your sim self, are you jealous if, your partner is engaging in non-physical romance with other sims, Do you. But yeah, I hope you found this very informational. Let me know if there's any feedback on how I can make this a lot more better for you all, and I will see you all in the next episode, which I will be, right after this, recording the last two remaining episodes. So, all have a splendid day, and of course, as always, I hope you enjoyed.